Welcome to episode 18 of the Real Talk Lineup. We are your go-to podcast for hilarious hot takes on the latest in pop culture. I'm your host, JoJo.
And I'm Ronnie Cole.
And our podcast buddy, Don, is back this week.
Welcome back,
Official term, podcast buddy now.
Welcome back.
That's what we've been calling you the last few weeks.
Is that what it is?
When we see you walk past the window.
Recurring role
Yes.
on the podcast. This is
I
I've been welcomed back
Yep.
with a song and everything that is quite dated. I'm surprised you even know that.
Well, you know.
Welcome back, Cotter.
Yeah.
All right. On this week's episode, it's Signal Chat number 2.
Oh, my gosh. Here we go.
I was hoping timing would be perfect for me. I can only do this twice a month. That timing would be perfect for this. And look, it's like Headsets
It's like magic.
is listening to me.
It's magic.
He knows we need content.
Joe Exotic says, I do.
To what?
I'll let you know later on in the
I do
show.
these things he shouldn't have. That's why he's in jail.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. And who you calling a clown?
Homie, don't play that.
It's all this and more up next on the Real Talk Lineup.
They have to be following him every moment of the day.
J-Lo getting divorced?
He still contributed to society.
I think maybe marijuana.
That is not obvious. How did that happen?
I would be too afraid, but sometimes I'm like, man, I need a little boost.
All right. So before we start this week's celebrity breakdown, I just want to take a moment and say happy New Kids on the Block Day.
Girl. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. It's Signalgate 2.0. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth is under renewed scrutiny after it was revealed he used a second encrypted Signal group chat to share sensitive military info about U.S. airstrikes in Yemen. He reportedly shared flight schedules with his wife and brother, raising serious national security concerns. Hegseth denied the allegations, calling them media lies and hoaxes from disgruntled former employees. 2 Pentagon officials close to him were recently fired as a part of a leak investigation. Representative Jim Hines, the Democrat from Connecticut, called the behavior unsurprising given ongoing issues in the Pentagon and emphasized the high standards expected of a defense secretary. I'm wondering if he's saying high standards sarcastically.
He absolutely is saying it sarcastically. I have deja vu.
High standards expected. It's not like they're getting them.
Oh, okay. But
That is the expectation.
Yeah.
like, okay, so my thing with this is, so Hegseth went on Fox News to try to play this down.
Uh-huh.
And he's saying that, this stuff's not classified and this and that. But he also said that it leaked out from these 2 people that were fired, or one of the 2 people that were fired.
It's untrue.
But if it's not classified, then what are they leaking? It's not being leaked.
Exactly.
So he's contradicting himself.
Every time he opens his mouth, he contradicts himself.
You mentioned that he went on Fox News to play it down.
Yeah.
What? That's the worst thing he can do at this point. 'Cause he's got no credibility at this point.
No.
This is the last time it happened. The thing I'm interested to know, because I haven't seen this in any of the reporting, did this second Signal thing happen after the scrutiny of the first one? Because if that happened, he's just an idiot.
No, it's the same thing, but he also had at the same time had a chat with his I think it was his
wife and his brother.
Brother, and I think his lawyer was involved in the chat
around
too.
The same time before it got out.
Yeah, it was the same time the first one happened.
And this is an entirely different app or site that he's using.
No, it's a Signal chat.
That's why I'm saying it had to happen either before
So
or
it's
after the last
intentional.
one. It had. See, they're saying that there's a second one, so that they just find out about the one before the one that we knew about,
Yeah.
or has it happened since?
I think it happened at around the same time.
Okay, so you were saying around the same time.
Yeah.
If it was before the scrutiny, then of course it's coming out now, and of course you're going to get disgruntled people that are going to start talking.
Of course.
Especially if he treated them badly on their way out the door. I don't see Hegseth being nice to people at all.
No,
doesn't seem to be his nature. But,
no, not at all.
But I'll tell you, I guess apparently his wife Jennifer, applied for a security clearance. We don't know if she got it or not, which is why she wants to be a part of all this stuff.
Yeah.
So what
that
does
sounds
she
like.
what does she do that she can get security clearance? Like does she work for the government?
No, she bangs Hegseth.
Oh.
Her husband's on the in crowd. She's just like, hey,
okay.
if I'm going to be living with him and laying with him, I want to know what he's talking about at work.
Having sex in the back of a Cybertruck.
Or in the back of a Tesla.
I
love it.
Now you're crossing bad guys in the government now.
Well, there's so many of them. We can't keep track sometimes.
Yeah.
So here's what I found out today. New reporting is coming down saying that Hegseth reportedly directed a desktop computer in his Pentagon office be installed with the messaging app Signal on it.
Oh.
He apparently cloned this thing off of his phone app to the computer to allegedly get around the blocks on the messaging app in classified areas, according to the Washington Post. So he's actually deliberately trying to get this stuff.
It's intentional.
Yeah.
Why does he still have a job?
Well, that's what everybody's asking.
There's word that they're supposed to be looking for a replacement, but I don't believe that.
I mean, he's Trump's buddy. Trump went through,
and he supports him. Like he's not worried about him doing anything.
Yeah, I feel like Trump went through great lengths to get him appointed. And so now he just doesn't want to fire him just because.
Oh, yeah. And Trump never wants to admit defeat. So even if he is kind of silently feeling like, okay, this wasn't a good idea.
He's never going to tell us.
Yeah, he's not going to tell us. Especially when he's negotiating with China. He's not going to look weak now. So,
oh, my God.
And one other little thing that I found out about this.
Yes.
Separately from this. A side note. Pete Hegseth, again, this is reporting from CBS News, recently ordered modifications to a room right next to the Pentagon press briefing room to retrofit it for a, wait for it, makeup studio.
Stop it.
I saw that and I thought it was a joke.
No, multiple outlets are reporting this.
God.
It can be used to prepare for television appearances.
Oh, my God.
So basically, before he goes on Fox and puts his foot in his mouth, it can at least be properly
He can look
powdered.
amazing.
Sure. Yeah.
On camera.
So multiple people, $40,000 to build this room.
Priorities.
That is insane.
Yeah.
The whole thing's
He
a shit
denied
show.
it on social. But
Of course,
come on.
He's going to deny it, and then they're going to do it, and they're going to try to keep it a secret.
Yeah,
and then it's going to get leaked like everything else.
Yeah, $40,000 on this thing. I'm thinking about $2,000 in hair gel.
Oh my God! Yeah, he does look like he uses a lot of hair gel. Oh
I know
my
he
God!
does.
All right,
I know he does.
all right. Moving on.
If it's a Signal video chat, then he's covered. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
All right, that's okay. Joe Exotic says, "I do." Joe Exotic is married again.
There was obviously nobody in the room to say so. Anybody who has
Exactly.
a problem speak now.
Nobody objected.
Nobody objected because nobody was there.
The warden was there. The Tiger King star 62 announced he tied the knot with Jorge Marquez. The two got engaged while they were both incarcerated, and Joe shared a photo on X to celebrate their marriage. He first revealed their relationship in October 2023, calling Jorge amazing and mentioning plans to either get him asylum or leave the U.S. together after his release. Joe is currently serving a 21-year sentence for a murder for hire plot against Carol Baskins. His sentence was slightly reduced from 22 years in 2022. So he went from 22 years to 21 years.
Yeah. They say slightly, they mean it.
And you know what? I love Joe Exotic. I think the Tiger King series was amazing, but he is not getting out of prison.
He is not.
No.
And moving somewhere else because
he asked for a pardon. He asked Trump. He did.
I know, and he didn't get pardoned. Yeah.
And then he dissed Trump like that's going to help him get it.
Yeah.
That was smart.
He tried to get pardoned from Biden too, I believe.
Yeah, he started early on.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
As soon as he got in there,
about that.
he was working on that.
But if he's 62 and he has to serve a 20-plus year sentence, he's probably dying in prison.
Yeah, that's why he got
Possibly.
married in prison.
Yeah.
Unless he's working out, of course. But that prison food is definitely going to make you live longer.
It's absolutely.
Do you know what Jorge is actually? He's from Mexico. Do you know what he's serving time for?
I tried to look it up and I couldn't find anything on him.
Immigration-related issues.
Stop it. Oh, he's not getting asylum.
No.
At all.
And if and when, Joe Exotic
not
gets
getting
out,
out.
the first thing he better do is get his passport renewed
right.
because as soon as Jorge's getting out, he's getting sent back to Mexico.
Oh my
right.
God! No, they're
It's
gonna
going down.
they're gonna transfer him to the CCAT prison in El Salvador.
That is
Well, either way, you still need the visa.
Yeah. Oh my God.
either way.
I had a fantasy about this.
What about being married to Joe
So
Exotic?
Joe, wow,
I'm
Don.
not young enough.
All
for
right.
that.
Oh, okay.
Jorge's 33,
And
looking
you're
like
not,
he's
and
23.
you're not Hispanic because he does have a preference.
He does.
He
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, and there are other reasons too. I'm a straight male. He's not looking at me.
Okay.
But no, he likes him young. I'm way too,
What was your fantasy?
My fantasy was that the maid of honor for this thing was Tanya Maddox. The chimp crazy lady.
Yes.
Yes.
And Tonka was
Get
the
her.
ring bearer.
Oh my
I
God.
thought that would be
That's
perfect. Tonka
love
the
it.
chimp, of course.
That's a whole nother podcast segment. Have you ever,
really?
So raunchy.
Ronnie Cole? Did you ever watch the Chimp Crazy?
I did not watch it, but like I see like snippets.
Oh,
People send me stuff, but
You gotta watch it. This lady's a nut job. Yeah.
She is, and she gets nuttier throughout. It gets worse as she goes.
Really?
More, yeah. By
I'm
the
gonna have
end
to
of
check it out.
I guess
Just
maybe
seems
it's good
weird.
circumstances, but she just gets weirder and weirder and weirder. I guess because she's more emotional because more things have happened to her. But she doesn't handle any of that well, and it makes for perfect reality trash
yeah.
television.
That's how I felt about the Tiger King thing.
Yes.
Because it's entertaining because he's so annoying, but he's so confident
Oh yeah.
in his annoyance that it's entertaining.
Like I never watched the Tiger King when it first came out, and everyone kept talking about it. I'm like, okay, I've got to see what this is about. I'm like, this is
And she
amazing.
dragged me into it.
Hilarious.
And she drags me into
Yeah.
it. And I'm like, okay.
I only
Amazing.
watched it because of the song that they made, the Carol Baskin.
Oh my
song.
God.
And the
geez.
kids were singing it, and I'm like, what the hell are they singing?
forgot about
That
that.
was Carol
I
Baskin.
did too.
And once I found out, I was like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
I'm going to adjust the microphone here, so I just want to warn you. We've been told not to touch things because it makes noise.
Yeah.
Follow the rules, Don.
Been scolded, properly scolded over here in the corner.
All right, we're gonna move on to finally last Friday. Ice Cube's screenwriting debut Friday became a cult classic, and fans are now eagerly awaiting the next installment last Friday. Cube acknowledges the loss of beloved original cast members like John Witherspoon, Pops, Tiny Lister Debo, and AJ Johnson Izell, but promises the film will honor their legacy while introducing new characters. As for the plot, Cube teases that Last Friday will pick up in 2025, focusing on a family going through it. But he's keeping the details under wrap, joking about how he's cooking in the kitchen and fans will just have to wait for the final plate. So I feel like for the last few years, they keep saying this movie's gonna come out, but it's
Agreed.
never come out.
Agreed.
Because I've been waiting for quite some time.
Friday is my all-time absolute favorite movie.
It's one
Like
of, yes,
on any like social media that I set up and they say, what's your favorite movie? It's always been Friday.
that's
Love it.
Yeah,
This pisses me off that he's announcing it yet again. Like
Yes.
you said, we've been waiting forever.
yes.
Forever. When's it coming? Don't even announce it. Just drop
Just
it.
drop it exactly.
Like a Kanye
Yeah.
album. Don't even tell us.
I didn't know that Debo and Azell died.
Yes.
How did they die? Do you know?
Both were like natural causes. So
Okay.
it wasn't like anybody did
Okay.
anything to them.
Okay.
But I can't remember
Is
specifically.
He was too young to be natural causes.
No, he
He
was
was
in
a-
his
he-
50s.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He looked like a kid in the movies.
He's just a short man.
He was a crackhead. Crackheads have that certain energy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Don't do that.
I guess that's considered natural causes for them.
It's a
But
long life for a
But I do
crackhead.
It is.
I do remember when Pops died because I know him better from Boomerang.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
you know, coordinate. It's coordinate.
He got the coordinate.
He's a very funny stand-up comedian.
He
was.
is.
He was very
Was.
funny. It was
Yes.
yeah.
Rest in peace, John Witherspoon.
Hey, look, as long as Smokey and Felicia are still around, then you know they
Yes.
they can make the movie.
Is Smokey going to be in the
So
movie?
probably not, because I remember that being a big deal, and a lot of the reason why they had taken so long to do remake it.
Yeah.
Or do another installment, because he said that he did not want to be portrayed as a marijuana smoker.
Well, he could have gone to rehab and then be.
That's what
yes.
everybody said. He said
Write
he
it
just
into the
did not
script.
want to be affiliated. He said he would be willing to be in the movie, but it would be like a cameo. He wouldn't have like a lead role or
Really?
anything like that.
See,
Yeah.
as this being a favorite movie of yours, this can't be a sequel you want to watch now with so many people not involved.
Well, I would want to see it because I am a fan of the brand that is Friday. Like, I'm Ice Cube. I love
Yeah.
everything he's ever done.
Yeah.
Well,
Even if it was horrible. It's Ice Cube. I love it. I wanted Chris Tucker to be a part of it, but I understand why he didn't want to be portrayed in that light. And in my mind, I'm like, hey, maybe he could be the drug counselor.
Yes.
Whoever the
yes.
new person is, like,
Yeah.
because he's like reformed and rehabilitated and all
Well,
that good stuff.
And I just thought this is not going to be as much fun. And
It's
listen,
not.
you're-
Well, of
you're
course
devoted.
not.
You're
Of
devoted.
course
yeah.
not.
No, it's not going to be now that pot's legal. It's not
Yeah.
as much fun, because everything is definitely it's cast in
Yeah.
a different light now, and that might have
I
something
get
to
what
do
you're
with the
saying.
writing of the script. Is because the nature of
But
marijuana these days is different from year to year.
even the other two Friday movies without Chris Tucker, they were good.
They were good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So-
think the tone of it, just simply because it's a Friday movie,
Well,
it'll be
Like we know
funny.
it's going to be the last one.
Well, I think the other thing too, because wasn't the last one like 20-some years ago or whatever? What was the last one?
It's been
So-
about 20 years.
The
So-
only reason to bring these back, if it's been that long, is to have the big stars that were in it. Like, for
Yeah.
example, with Coming to America, when he brought that back, everybody that was alive, it's funny, James Earl Jones died like shortly after.
Yeah.
And
Yep, he did.
spoiler alert, he dies in the movie. It was like,
Hey.
it was just so like art imitating life.
Yeah.
But, everybody that was available could be in it. But and part of the story that I saw that you sent me actually is that Ice Cube is going on the road.
Yes,
Again.
he
He's
is.
going to actually
he is.
perform. Are we swearing on this podcast or not?
You
Am I
can
letting him-
swear as much as you
Absolutely.
like.
Say whatever you
I'm
please.
just saying, fuck the police loses a little bit of spite after Are We There Yet comes out. So I'm just saying, I just picture a big bottle of ibuprofen
Touche.
backstage
Touche.
with him stage trying to do the old NWA
It's what
stuff.
it is.
Oh my God.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
I love Ice Cube, but he is softened
right.
a little.
Yeah.
The thing was,
He's an
he
old
was-
man now.
He was the guy that was writing all the nasty shit in NWA.
Yep.
And he was the writer. He was, you know.
Well, we all soften as we get older. I feel like either you soften or you become that really crabby mean old man.
But he's going to go out there and do these songs now.
He's
you know.
definitely going to do it.
That's going to be wild. Because you can't
Well-
you have to go hard or go home. when it
Yeah,
comes
you're
to
right.
Ice
You do.
Cube. You have to.
You
You
do.
can't do it lightweight,
You do.
Yeah.
Riggedy wreck yourself.
You better check yourself.
Maybe you can go on tour with them.
Me?
Yes.
DJing?
Yeah.
'Cause
Or something.
I only
That would
have
be
one
fun.
rhyme that I did, which is really short, that I used to do all the time.
I want to hear it.
All right,
No.
do it.
No.
Yeah.
You need a beat.
It's not. We're not in the middle of the party. It's different if there's a full dance floor and stuff. So.
Do you want
I mean,
us
I
to
can
dance?
dance. I can absolutely
All right.
dance.
So now's the time to make up your mind. Are you ready to party and have a good time? Say yeah.
Yeah.
Say hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Or sit right there with a great big frown just wishing that you were getting down. Say no.
No.
Say hell no.
Hell no.
Well, that's where I come in, It's action on your radio. Gonna make you move like you know you should. Best damn DJ in the neighborhood. Say ho.
Ho.
Say ho, ho, ho. Now somebody, anybody, scream. Perfect for the roller rink.
I love it.
There you go.
You should.
You could be the
should put
opening
that on
act.
vinyl. He good.
That's
It's
right.
so good.
Yes.
People throwing up gang signs and other things.
That sounds like
Tomatoes and water bottles.
sounds like a Sugar Hill Gang rap.
It does. It was good, Don. I
Well,
like
thank
it.
you very much. It's not NWA.
That's how you know
it's more
he's-
like PTA.
There's nothing wrong with that.
YMCA.
YMCA.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Don't do that, JoJo. No,
Oh my God.
that was really good, Don.
Why,
I'm
thank
impressed.
you very much. I'm lucky I even remembered.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay. Moving on. You can't see me, or should I say, you can't see my hair. John Cena is opening. John
Because
Cena.
it's running away from your face.
John Cena is opening up about his hair transplant. The 47-year-old wrestler and actor confirmed he decided to get the procedure after WWE fans criticized his thinning hair. He admitted to seeing a doctor in November 2024 to address the issue after being mocked for bald spots during the 2025 Royal Rumble.
That is so mean.
Such a tough guy there.
Cena joked about the taunts, thanking fans for being so aware of his hair issues, saying 7 out of 10 dudes have this problem. He got the transplants to fix his thinning hair where follicles were moved to areas with less growth. Side note, John Cena just won his 17th world title at WrestleMania 41.
Go, John.
Yeah.
Go.
Right.
So,
Tough guy can beat anything but Instagram.
Listen.
I feel like the WWE universe, they're so cruel.
How dare they? How dare they?
So cruel.
But
It's so mean.
Do you think
you're a WrestleMania champion, something like 18 times over now.
He
just won
has
the last-
feelings.
He said, well, okay.
and I would be like,
But for that's the reason to do it, though?
Well,
do you think
That's all I'm
okay.
saying.
Okay.
I get
I get what you're
it.
saying.
You know, first of all, stay the hell off of social media. He should know
Please.
better than by now. You know, I mean, that's the thing that got me about this whole story is that, first of all, that's not the reason the women are into him anyway, is the hair. But
It's
okay.
not.
Yeah. Well, do you
It's
think
not.
celebrities are like obligated to keep up their like a certain standard to their appearance?
Obligated? No, because they are human beings just like the rest of us.
Okay.
And I feel like people should do stuff like that, like Don said, because they want to, not because somebody else made them feel a way about it.
Yeah.
I agree with that because
Yeah.
if somebody would be like, "Oh, you know, JoJo, you're too fat," I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Okay, well,
Whatever.
I like to eat ice cream, so you know."
Yeah.
There it is. I buy my hair at the store, so go get you some transplant hair, John. Okay, I buy my, and I got a friend who bought her booty. I don't know where she got it from,
Like,
but it ain't hers. So if John needs
A bit more for
implants,
pounds when she sits down now.
oh my god.
To me, it flies in the face of first of all, what is he, Samson? You know,
Right,
he from the
yeah.
Bible where, you know,
Yep.
he had his hair wasn't there. All of a sudden now he gets a hair transplant that gets plugged. And then all of a sudden he wins WrestleMania. His strength is back. It's like, is his strength in his hair? I mean, I
Stop.
feel bad for him, but at the same time, because he obviously was sensitized enough to feel like he had to do this.
Yeah.
But it flies in the face of being a tough guy in WrestleMania when you explain that the fans bugged me about this. I got teased mercilessly, so I felt like I had to do something about it. I'm like, you know, do like some
You're
of these other guys, like
47.
Steve Austin, I think,
Yep.
just shaved all his
Shave
hair
it
off.
Just
Yep.
shave it all off. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, that's even smarter. I think that's even sexier. A lot of women.
It
find that to be
is. That's
Yeah.
why I didn't understand why the hair and the transplant was
I never
necessary.
found him that good looking.
Cut it
anyway,
off.
But you know,
Cut it off.
he probably would look even better bald. I would think.
I'm trying to
It goes
picture
with
him
the
bald.
persona. It goes with the
Yeah. The
whole
tough guy.
macho
Yeah.
vibe. Yeah.
Chat GPT. Let's put that in Chat GPT and
And
see
see what it
create a
looks
bald
like. Oh
version
Yeah.
my
of John
God.
Cena.
All right, we'll do that
And
later
then
on.
we'll follow up on next week's broadcast.
Okay. Well, speaking of thinning hair, it is now time for Trump Tales.
You mean been thinning hair for a long time.
President Trump is blaming the Federal Reserve for any potential economic weakness related to his trade war, urging the Fed to cut interest rates. He's accused Fed Chair Jerome Powell of acting too slowly and claimed Powell lowered rates to help Joe Biden win the 2020 election. Trump clarified that he doesn't plan to fire Powell, but criticized him for not supporting his second-term agenda. Despite Trump's claims, Powell maintains the Fed is independent and does not make decisions based on politics. Analysts suggest Trump is scapegoating the Fed to deflect blame for any economic turndown.
That is exactly what he's doing.
He is. He had the nerve to go on, well, of course, he always has the nerve to go on social media.
Very
He
audacious.
called this man
Created
Mr.
his own social media
It's very audacious.
just to be on it.
Yeah. He called him Mr. Too Late and a major loser.
Really?
Yes.
That, I was hoping you would bring that up because I saw that this week and I'm like,
He's disgusting. I
Yeah.
cannot stand him.
I mean,
Ew.
you know, what are you going to blame Jerome for your bad golf score too? He blames him
Right.
for people for everything. Here's the funny part: if you lower interest rates, I looked into this a little bit.
Okay.
People think, okay, you're going to buy cars and expensive things on time, and the economy's going to be doing a whole lot better as a result of that, right? Except you make the economy too good. Now, supply can't keep up with demand.
Exactly.
And what do you get?
And we're all
Inflation.
and we're already going to have a supply chain issue in like a month.
Of the tariffs.
Yeah.
Think about what happened during COVID.
Yeah.
With the supply chain issues then, right? You couldn't rent a car because they couldn't make cars fast enough to turn them over, because you've got to actually get them out of there in the rental world by a certain time. But they weren't getting new cars in quick enough because they didn't have enough supplies for them. That could happen with this.
That's pitiful.
Well, it's always everybody else's fault. Yeah.
Of course.
He said Powell has always been too late, except for when it came to the election period when he lowered the interest rates in order to help Sleepy Joe.
He's so jealous. Yeah, it's just disgusting.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's like the manager of McDonald's trying to come here and tell us what to do. Like, you don't have the jurisdiction. Like, you can't make me do that. No.
Okay.
It's like blaming McDonald's, when the coffee is too hot and it spills in your lap.
Well, that's the thing.
To do with this, the Fed is separate.
Yeah, exactly. It's something totally independent. It's nothing.
It's separate.
It's nothing that's. It's not anything political or whatever. So yeah. So zero accountability.
He's still the president.
It's Jerome's fault.
I don't understand how.
Jerome's fault. When in doubt, yell Jerome out loud. It's like, or whoever the scapegoat is this week.
Yeah.
It is a new one every week.
It is a new one every week.
That is true.
The only name that hasn't come up as being accountable for anything is Trump.
I'm talking about the man in the mirror.
Oh yeah.
It's Michael Jackson's fault. He's going to start.
Oh yeah. Okay. Poor
He's not
MJ.
really dead. He's not really dead. We haven't seen him. Propofol doesn't kill everybody.
Oh my God. All right. Okay. And just because we said we were going to watch this movie, we're going to talk about it.
Oh my God.
Hillbilly Elegy. It is a 2020 drama movie directed by Ron Howard based on J.D. Vance's memoir. It's basically a story about a guy who came from a poor Appalachian family who makes it all the way to Yale Law School. The movie jumps back and forth between JD's childhood and his adult life, where he tries to land a few law internships while dealing with his chaotic family. His grandma is the tough love backbone of the family, while his mom struggles with a drug addiction. Amy Adams played his mom. Glenn Close played the grandma, who the chain smoking mama or Mima or whatever they called her.
Yeah, mama.
So during this whole movie, I just kept waiting for like something dynamic to happen, but it never did.
It was anticlimactic.
It was very.
Well, I think the moments with Amy Adams where she went nuts was probably the most dynamic thing that happened, where she was in the middle of the street. Now, we're giving away stuff now, so I'm sorry. It's a 5-year-old movie, so she, where she tried to kill herself and those kinds of things. Those are the moments I thought were her and Glenn Close were the stars of this movie.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even know it was Glenn Close at first. By the way, I did to look it up because it didn't look like her to me.
They actually made her look
to me.
They made Glenn Close really look like his grandmother.
They did.
Yeah.
They did a good job. I knew it was her immediately, though.
I saw the jawline and thought, like, okay, maybe. And, I didn't know if it was an actress that looked like her.
Yep,
or
exactly.
Whatnot. Because Glenn's got that kind of face where you can
She
make
does.
her look
You can
younger or
manipulate it.
older. She
Yep.
could go either way.
Yes.
And so, but she walked around like an old woman. She really
She did.
She really looked every
She
bit
did.
of 70, 80, whatever it was she was. I'm wondering when part 2's coming.
Oh my God! Hopefully never.
They got a new part where he pissed off Greenland and killed the Pope.
Y'all watched the whole movie. I got like 15, 20 minutes in, and I'm like,
couldn't
this
do
is
it.
shit. Well, I turned it off. 3 different days, though. At 3 different times of the day. Because I'm like, well, maybe I'm sleepy. Maybe I was hangry. Maybe my kid was getting on my nerve. Like, I gave it a really good chance. I could not get past the 20-minute mark. And I was just like, I'm not doing it.
So you didn't watch it?
I did not.
We have to kick you out of book club.
I think the movie.
Please don't kick me out.
Like, I was actually surprised that Ron Howard is the one that made this movie.
Yes, I was too.
And I feel like it was a well-produced movie,
I was bored.
But the storyline was not anything
I was so
special.
bored.
It could have been anybody's life. There was nothing there
that was like, wow, that's why he's an asshole.
Yeah.
It's what,
Damn.
yeah. I will tell you that this is the type of movie that you end up finding out about later after it gets nominated for like 3 or 4 Academy Awards. It's that type of movie. It's not, it's one of those more thoughtful movies. It's not going to be a dynamic. I was expecting something too.
Yeah.
That was a little bit more dynamic and a little bit more close to who we know he is now.
Yeah.
He has become vice president.
Right,
And some of the stupid crap that comes out of his mouth these days. You're like, okay, well, that's how that happened. Maybe all the abuse in the family is part of the reason why he doesn't have a problem saying anything. I don't know. But it was hard to equate what you think, because back then people didn't know that much about him.
Yeah.
Because remember, this movie came out in 2020.
Right.
Yeah.
So, this was a few years before we were like, oh, this guy? Oh my
Right.
goodness.
Right.
Right before we started seeing that stuff. There was nothing shocking about him in that movie. Everybody else around him was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, they have a flashback scene where we find out why Mima is the way that she is, because Dad was so bad to her, she had set him on fire.
Yeah.
And,
Really?
And Amy Adams, the mom, had to put out Dad. So
okay.
you can kind of trace back some of the craziness to the background.
Well, I have a schizophrenic mom. I grew up with a schizophrenic person, so to me, none of that is it's not
normal.
shocking.
This is
It's a
normal.
lot, Joe.
This is normal.
Yeah, it is normal. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I did some digging. Back in 2016, J.D. Vance said of Trump, I go back and forth between thinking Trump is a cynical asshole like Nixon, who wouldn't be that bad or might even prove useful, or that he's America's Hitler.
Oh my God.
He equated Trump to Hitler.
Sounds about right.
Now that's his BFF.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I want him in the White House.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
but
I'm sure he picked him because he thought he could control him.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Neither one of them were childless cat
And
ladies.
he's such he's such a young dude too.
Yeah.
All of our presidents have been 85 and up. So
Yeah. All right. Well, I give Hillbilly Elegy a thumbs down.
I don't give it I give it a
You're not
middle
allowed
finger up. Fuck you.
You're not allowed to. You didn't watch it.
You couldn't. I don't blame you.
I could not get through it. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
No problem.
It's horrible.
You can't project any more movies to watch.
Would you-
We can't guarantee to watch.
Listen.
Would you watch it again, Don?
Huh?
Would you watch it again?
No, but I don't
Okay.
tend to watch movies like that again. No,
Okay.
I only watch my favorites over and over again.
Okay.
It's not a favorite. I give it a thumb sideways.
Okay.
I don't think either way.
You don't hate it, but
Yeah.
it wasn't that good.
Yeah, I
It's just
know.
a movie.
It was entertaining for the moment, and then gone.
That was it.
right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it is now time for Ronnie Cole's question of the
Oh, I
day.
thought we were on the crazy train. I'm
Not
one
yet.
ahead. Sorry.
Ronnie Cole's got to ask her question.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the surprise part. For the audience, you don't know. We
don't know
prep.
what the question
We get
is.
prepped. She tells us what stories are going to be, except for this part. Neither one of us know what you're going to
Nobody knows. I don't know until I'm asking. Okay.
But you seem to come up with the answers quick enough for somebody who doesn't know.
No, because I have to think. Because I'm,
Okay.
one of those girls. Special. Thinking is optional.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
for sure.
Okay. If you had the power to permanently set the price of something to $1, what would you choose?
Cigarettes.
Oh my God. Jojo. No.
Clock
first
that.
thing
That
that-
was like 0.2 of a second.
The first thing that
Answer,
came to
get
my
that
mind.
answer. Judges, yep, 0.2 of a second. That was how quick it was.
All right. What about you, Don?
Wow. I'm still reeling from that punch in the head. That was so quick. The drawback. It was, if anything in life, to $1.
If you could set the price, if you had the power to permanently set the price of something to $1, what would it be?
See, mine would be a broad answer, and it's probably wrong. I can't. I'm a big tech guy. I guess the price of laptop computers. I am a tech nut, and I buy stuff. If it was up to me, anything DJ related or music related or any of that stuff, tech. If $1.
Cords.
No, stop it. She loves to make fun of the fact that I have cords everywhere. Yeah, to do what I have to do, I have to have cords.
He's a working man, Jojo.
Cords.
He has to have his cords.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to have you help me record this whole studio in here.
Yes.
Well, a lot of stuff can be
We're in
done
a new
wireless now,
house,
but I still
guys.
don't trust it.
What you putting at $1?
I don't know. So I thought about it, and I was like,
Hair dye?
it has to, no.
No? Okay.
It has to be something that everybody could benefit from.
Why?
Wow.
Because
When did you get all
it's
altruistic with something?
$1. So I absolutely feel like I would have to say we should only have to pay $1 every time we go to the doctor.
Oh, I'm with that.
That's a good one
Like,
because the
our
doctor's
health
Especially with my
expensive.
insurance. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
$1. Copay should be $1.
Very nice. I like that
And
answer.
the government should pay for everything else. There you go. To the
Toronto
doctor
president.
for it. Yes.
Uh-huh.
$1.
You've got my nomination.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you,
when are you in
guys.
2028?
Thank you.
You can't do any worse than what's going
Well, I
on
won't
right
be
now.
texting on the Signal app. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'd even forgive that for $1 at the doctor's office.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not concerned about our, our fight
Our
plans.
safety.
Our fight plans, yeah, retaliations.
Who cares?
Well,
Who cares?
I'm gonna need that $1 insurance when I smoke my $1 cigarette.
Yeah.
So
She's really gonna need that in the future if we believe the Surgeon General.
oh boy. All right. It is now time to board the crazy train. All right. Phone thief busted. In Nigeria, a woman was nabbed by a restaurant customer who said he saw her steal a phone from another diner. Police quizzed the woman without success and were about to let her go when someone suggested they called the phone.
Well, I'll be damned.
After dialing the number, they heard a sound coming from under the woman's clothes and took her to jail. How come the police did not think to call this phone number and someone had to suggest it?
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought of.
Was it a random person who said
Yeah, it said it was
Oh my
a customer, I guess,
There is
suggested.
no way.
Were these guys trained during Police Academy 12?
They had to.
Jesus, the
They
Keystone
had
Cops
to.
there. I'm like, wow, what great detective work. Hit redial.
Hey, JoJo, you got my phone? No. Okay, see you later.
Then they hit redial, and then the bra starts singing.
Yeah.
You know?
And then how did
Used to call me on my cell phone, comes out of her cleavage.
Oh my God. And
Oh.
how did the thief think that no one would
Why
try
would
to
you
call
not
the phone?
silence it? Just stupid.
Yes.
Hey there,
Have-
kids,
have-
if you're thinking about stealing cell phones, I've got advice for you. As soon as you steal the phone, turn it off immediately. That's
Exactly.
the only way you're
Silent.
going to get away with it. I can't believe
That is
that
funny.
Yeah, that nobody thought to turn the phone on until at the very last minute. Probably some diner, but
That
not
is
the cops.
funny. Not the protectors and the servers, just the customer.
Maybe the police training in Nigeria is not as...
It's not as expensive as
Yeah.
ours. Oh, maybe you're right.
Yeah, they have more rights there. We can't tell you to call your phone. Tell somebody to call your phone.
Yeah.
We can't make you.
But common sense is optional.
Okay.
So
well,
it's not a requirement to
no,
be a
not
police
really.
officer.
Not really. All right, next car on the crazy train. I'm a clown, stupid.
Okay.
Police were called to a shopping center in Palm Bay, Florida, on a report that Christopher Marlowe was back after having been trespassed from the property. When cops showed up to take Marlowe away, he was easy to spot. He was dressed in a bright yellow suit
Oh my God.
with red and white striped sleeves, a red clown nose, and riding a bicycle. Cops said they found a weapon on him, and after putting Marlowe in the patrol car to take him to jail, the officer said, "You look like a clown." And Marlowe replied, "I am a clown, stupid."
But when the weapon's a rubber chicken,
Exactly. What the heck?
Oh my God.
what give you away? The big clown piece, the red nose, honk honk, bozo like hair,
But why?
the rubber chicken I'm holding. Which one?
I feel like
Take your pick.
"I am a clown, stupid" is like the best comeback ever.
Exactly.
Why do you think I have reverse claustrophobia in this cop car? It's too big.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm breathing heavy. So,
I cannot. I just don't understand it.
just again, people's stupidity.
Just
Common
do the
sense
dumbest
salutes everybody.
stuff.
Well, that's why they're on the crazy train.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay, with Ozzy.
All right, it's the last car. Due to the groom's infidelity, the wedding is off. Going viral this week is a wedding page on the knot.com, a site that lets to-be married couples post information about their big day. The wedding post that's gone viral is one from September of last year. Angie and Dominic were supposed to be getting hitched on September 6th in Massachusetts, but a bold message on their page on the knot stated, "Due to the groom's infidelity, the wedding has been canceled."
Who was he cheating with?
I don't know who he was cheating with, but like who? I wonder who posted that. Like, was
Why
it
would
the?
you tell everybody?
Was it? I was gonna say, was it like the bride that posted that, or did like the knot post that?
Well, the knot wouldn't post that. It's her. The way the knot works, because I know this from the wedding.
I was just
world.
about to ask you, were you
Okay.
familiar?
The-
Okay.
The knot is where they go to get like DJs and photographers and all that stuff, and they inquire about that. The
So it's like
venues
a
and all that.
vlogging kind of
Well,
thing.
it's more of it's a paid site where
Okay.
we pay to be on it as vendors and
Okay.
go on there to try to find people. And
Nice.
so it's email based kind of back and forth, and they post what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's different sections of it. I'm not used to, so I don't know exactly. But there's a spot there, obviously, where they have, this is our wedding fantasy and the whole thing that they put up there. So she, at some point, to see that, all of a sudden now, oh, well, wedding's canceled. Why the groom cheated on me?
He cheated
So
on me.
she just wanted
He's a
everybody
bastard.
to-
to know that he's a cheater.
Uh-huh.
I just want
yeah.
that post to be different. I actually rewrote it.
Okay.
I'm like,
What to
since
say?
he can't keep his pants to himself, or he can't keep it in his pants, the wedding is off. And I'm suing him for non-refundable deposits for
That's
the
right.
venue, for the caterer, for the baker, for the DJ, for the photographer. Hope that bitch was worth it.
Oh, that was a
That's how
good
you
one.
That is how you do it.
That was a weak post she put. If you're going to do it.
If you gonna do it, do it.
Go Judge Lynn Toller on her. The divorce court.
Love it.
I
judge.
love her. She's
Yeah,
awesome.
I do. I love her.
She's
too.
awesome.
I was trying to remember her name, and I was looking up clips of her today, and I couldn't
Yeah.
stop watching them.
Yes.
They have the clips on YouTube
Yep.
of just her telling these people off.
Yeah.
I
how
love
funny.
it.
That
I heard
is
she got
funny.
divorced, and she's like, well, I lost a husband, but I haven't lost my sense of humor. And I'm like, well, it's kind of ironic because you're
What-
in divorce court.
No, her husband died.
I thought it said, one of the posts said divorce. Did he
She
die?
divorced somebody else, and then she got with
Oh.
a guy, and then he
Oh.
died.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, that's
Yes.
very sad.
And it
That's
was
very sad.
like a year or two ago, because I just remember scrolling her Instagram, and then she like disappeared for like 6 months, and then
Okay.
came back, and it was just like this
Oh.
really like monotone message, and I'm like, what the hell happened?
Uh-huh.
But her partner passed away.
Aw, that's
She
sad.
calls him her partner, so she might have had a husband. She doesn't refer to him as her husband.
Okay.
She always says her partner, so
Right.
I'm not sure.
And look,
But,
she's
yeah.
smart enough to know that you don't rush into these things.
Yeah.
She's seen what she's seen.
Yeah,
What can happen?
So he probably was on standby and unfortunately didn't, he passed away
Didn't
before
make it.
they tied the knot, before he could put a ring on it.
All right.
But
Well, the
there you go.
single
So I'm
ladies-
sorry about the confusion
like
if you're a
to do it,
Lynn Toller fan and you know more than me.
All right.
She's doing the dance in the studio. She is. She's wearing the tights.
All right. Well, that is all we have for you this week on the Real Talk Lineup. You can check us out at realtalklineup.com or on Facebook and Instagram. And make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite streaming platform.
It's been real.
I'm glad to be back again.
Yay.
Can I come
champ
back
is
next
here.
week?
Of course.
Sure.
Because, what was it we were supposed to follow up on next week? We were going to check up on something next week or see?
It is something we're supposed to follow up on.
Okay.
I can't remember.
I
Was
gotta
it
go
the
back and look
movie?
here.
Well, when I edit
I'll-
the podcast, I'll let
Go back and
let you
listen
guys
to
know.
the other ones. Right. I'll listen.
Is it another clown get arrested, maybe?
I'm surprised about how all these stories that I read. Like, there's a lot of clown stories. Like, people
Where
are
do-
really actually out here dressing like clowns
Yes.
out in the streets.
On a regular basis.
Yes.
Well, there was a period of time where we were concerned about clowns that were actually hurting people.
Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
everybody was afraid of clowns. So, and there are people that are really, really afraid of clowns.
Yeah.
They just can't stand the way that they're dressed and all of that. And this doesn't help.
It's a whole phobia.
So, no one's. Very few people are hiring clowns for their kids' birthday parties anymore. I've never.
They're so weird.
Because they're scary looking.
They are weird.
Yeah, kids.
The kids are afraid.
No more afraid than Santa Claus. I mean, when kids are on the Santa's lap for the first time, they start. A lot of them start.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
they cry.
yeah, they do cry. They do. But I think it's less scary because Santa's like being still. The clown's like, boom, I'm in your face. It's like, no.
How is he pulling all that stuff out of his mouth?
And this clown in this story had a weapon, so like.
What kind of weapon?
We don't know what the weapon was. Yes, exactly. We don't play that. Bang.
Right. See, it could have been one of those deals.
All right.
My gosh.
Okay. Well, that's all
damn
we
clown.
got.
The soft landing for the end of this
A
podcast.
damn clown.
I like the extra how we go on after
Yes.
after the ending.
How much of this really makes it into the recording?
A lot of it does.
A lot of
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
So,
it.
this is good. This is us. This is the behind the scenes stuff. You know, we should actually put together a bonus,
Yes.
extra few minutes and put it behind a paywall so we can make some money off this thing.
Hello, we have made 4 cents so far.
Roll in the big bucks.
Well, I guess since I'm a guest, I don't see any of that. But have you seen any of the money yet?
I'm letting it
It
accumulate.
has to build up. Time.
Oh, I
We'll
see.
cut
You're
you
gonna
in.
reinvest the 4
When
cents.
we get to $1,
This is not the economy to do
10
that in,
cents
by the
is
way.
yours. I promise.
Oh my god.
This is not the economy to be reinvesting your
Okay.
4 cents in. Just so you know.
You are right.
You know, Jerome's not helping you there.
Damn you, Jerome.
Damn.
That's right.
Damn
In doubt,
Jerome.
shout Jerome. It's his fault.